But see, that one's out in the hallway, and that one's fine. Nobody's going to trip over that. You look on most of your doors, most of your interior doors, you usually got something. You either have it there, or you have it screwed into the wall, into the baseboard. I like to just put them on the door. Nobody really sees those that much. It's not that big of a deal. But if you have a preference, you want them all on the baseboard, you can do that. Obviously here you couldn't. You'd have to screw it right on the door, on the closet door, you know. And I think on the doors are fine. That door swings out, so that's fine. You see where they actually have the baseboard. You could screw it on the baseboard, but here they have it on the door again, and that's fine. The trick there is if this is too big, sometimes they have two different lengths of these, and I like to use the spring-loaded ones. I don't like this. I don't like the stiff ones, the stationary ones, because those can snap off. You have a stationary one there, and somebody hits it, oops, and it's broken off. Now see this one here. I know it's not in there all the way. See the gap? I just take it and see. Look, that's all that needed to be done. Now it's tight, looks nice. Granted, if somebody bumps into this door, and some kids are playing and they get pushed up against the door, it could make an impression in your wall. You know, this one, there's plenty of room. See how much room there is there? There's probably 3/4 of an inch. Look on this one. This one's going on that angle. See the gap there? You got plenty. But for some reason, this one, when it goes in here, look at that. It's almost hitting the door. See? It's just off. It's shy. That's because probably of how the angle is and stuff. And I don't know. The bumper is just as long on this one. Fortunately, there's no mark there. There's no mark there. But I just thought that odd that it's almost, see right there, it's hitting if I just push on it a little bit. But anyways, enough about that. I'm going to have to, the reason why I didn't close this door in here. I always got to remember to lock these doors, but I opened that for a reason, and the reason was, see how these, look at this here. See how it's dropped? And this one, see this one's moving. If I press on here, this one's moving a little bit. This one's dropped way down. I have no idea what caused that. That one's come down at an angle. This is pushed down. This one's way down. This one's got to be lifted up. And I'm going to end up fixing that stuff. Somehow, I'm not quite sure. I'm going to have to try to take this one out first. Then I can move down. Or I might be able to take this one out first, because when I push it down, see how it raises up here? I might be able to get, I got to do this careful because I don't want to chip these off. I have a feeling that I'm going to, this is a wood floor here or something. I'm not quite sure what's underneath here. I may have to fill it up with sand, get a bag of sand or something, and then put these back down. That's going to be another video I'm going to have to end up making. And then I noticed here these wood studs or steps going out here. See how this is way up high. You can see how this is up higher than this. See how you can see the edge of that, where it's actually this one. See how high it is there? I know it's pushed up there, and then it's lower here. This one's, that edge probably has to be pushed down. This one has to be lifted up. Something. Look at all that. But I can fix that. It was on the list, the inspection list, when we bought the house, and that was something else. We did the inspection list. I looked at stuff, and lots of these things that I was looking at were not on the main inspector's list, and I put I walked through here a whole time more, and I looked at all kinds of stuff, and I made my list, and I put that stuff down there, and we put it on there, not so that it'd be attached to the homeowner's inspection, but just so that it would be attached as something that we wanted to have done. We added up all the stuff, and we had allowed $5,000 for incidentals, and if it went up to $5,000, we could have made that $10,000, $5,000 to $10,000 on a house, you know, depending on how old it is and how big square footage it is and all that kind of stuff. We put that as a contingency that after the homeowner's inspection, if we found certain things that needed to be fixed, we could use up to $5,000 to fix all these different things. And the homeowner's inspection had some things on there, but it also missed all kinds of stuff that I found. So I put all that together, and then we told them after we saw the homeowner's inspection and I saw all the stuff that I was going to fix, we said, hey, look, here's all the things, and for the $5,000 that we put down, we're willing to fix all those things, and you reduce, you the seller, are going to give us $5,000 for all these repairs, or you can have somebody else take care of all this stuff. And of course, usually the homeowner decides to let the seller usually lets the buyer take care of all that stuff if that's how you want to do it. So we had them lower their price $5,000, and I'm going to take care of all these things, and I'm going to be able to do it myself, so I'm going to save a lot of money, and you can do these things too because you keep watching my videos. So of course, every time I do something, I'm going to make a video of it. And here's something else I found. See this? This is an exterior electrical outlet. It's underneath this bell box. It didn't have to say bell, but there's no GFI there, is there? And on all the ones outside, I noticed that there's no GFIs. And we'll test all those out, and I'm sure they're not GFIs, but there's a test that can be done first, and I'll show you how to do that, and what my hypothesis is, and if I end up replacing those, of course I'll make videos of all that kind of stuff. So keep watching my channel. But as for these steps, these are 4x12s, nice stout steps, but you can imagine they're 12 years old, 17 years old. They're a little raised. You can see right in here. Here's some cracks. This is raised up. Look at this one. This one's raised up. Here's some cracking and checking. You can see how the paint's starting to fail here, but that's not the issue as much as this stuff here. See this stuff here, and it's almost on every step other than this first top step. Here's the second step. There's a little bit there, but see on each step, you see all that? That looks like a mold or a mildew issue that's gotten underneath the paint up here. I'm gonna make the assumption I'm going to take some simple green and try to clean these first, but I have a feeling this goes down further than that and is bleeding up through the paint, and so I'm going to have to scrape these a little bit. I'm going to have to treat these different areas, clean it, treat it, and repaint these stairs. I have a feeling that's something that I'm going to end up having to do. Probably not going to have the painter do it, but I can do something like this. This is on the exterior, and I can make videos of it, can't I? See, isn't that weird? See that top step? That is level. Look at that top bit. It's not level, is it? You know why they did that? That's because this whole floor, you remember, this is outside. When they do that, they have to put a slope. Well, most people usually put a slope on their floor, so when it rains, you get all the water coming out this way. That's why that's at an angle. It's not because they didn't level it. Okay? So anyways, that's something else. And since I'm down here, I'm going to make sure this door's locked. The alarm company was supposed to put a alarm on the inside of this. So I was just going to say, so I'm making the assumption that he locked the door before he left. This door has been unlocked the last 3 days. All you had to do, my word, all you had to do was come back here and throw the thumb turn, and now the door's locked. But he didn't do it, did he? But fortunately, you know, at first I was thinking maybe he didn't come in here, but yes, he did. See, here's his alarm thing. Here's the little deal on the door. So yes, he did put it down there, and I can see on this door, it's sagging a little bit. See the edge of the door going to the edge of the jamb. See, See there? See, there's a gap. There's a bigger gap down there, and then up at the top of the door, there's nothing. And you can see there's a bigger gap at the top here than there is over here. See? So more than likely, I'll fix that too. See, I can push up on that right there, and I can see that door raises up. And for some reason, wow, they didn't put self-closing hinges on here, spring-loading hinges. Like, that's funny. They got a spring-loading hinge here, and they got one down here. I don't know why they did that.